Let's talk about the Hermes journey. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monique. If you're new to this channel, I upload videos weekly about style and travel and also NYC vlogs. So if you're interested in those kind of videos and you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you like to take the time and subscribe. So for today's video, I'm going to talk to you about my new Kelly 25. I'm not going to talk about pre-spent specifically, and I'm just calling it the Hermes journey just because everyone is familiar with the whole concept. Although a lot of people seem to think that it's cringy or it's like sounds like a torture to call it a journey, but yes, for the purpose of this video, let's just call it an Hermes journey. I was offered this bag at the end of November 2024, so it's been almost 2 months by now. I honestly really love her. I love the size 25. I've been wanting a Kelly for like the past 5 years. My only Birkin that I have, I got like 6 years ago. This is a long time in the making, but the journey itself on this particular store took around 1 year. But before then, I kept trying and trying and trying. Whenever I saw an Hermes store, I would go in and try it, even when we were visiting. So we moved back to New York like 2022 summer, and then 2021 it was like in the middle of COVID. We were visiting here for like a month, and even during that month we were trying. We bought a few pieces, we bought small pieces, and we were trying, but of course it was impossible, you know. I had only a month, and at that time the store looked really empty because of COVID. So they were not really getting anything. It was not easy to even find a Calvi wallet or even like a belt. So it was not easy at all. So I moved back here 2022, and I think the flagship store was still in the old location, but they were renovating to move to the new location. And I think they opened in 2023 in the new location. We actually visited when they first opened, but I think I was just not ready for it. I didn't have any essay. I did try, but I was just not really ready to commit. Because you know, this is a commitment. It's not something that you just like in Paris. Some people can just like have an appointment and get a bag. In the US, it is a commitment. That's why they call it a journey, because it is most of the time, unless you're really lucky, like the 1% of the people that just got it right away, you really have to build a relationship. That is really key. So 2023, I was not ready at all. So for the period of 2023 to 2024, I went to the store maybe like 2-3 times to try to gauge, and I did not find at all. I did not find an essay. No one was approaching me. You know how it is in Hermes store when you don't know anybody, they would just ignore you. I was too self-conscious to approach anyone. I was just there to feel the vibe, and the vibe was not there. I went to all 3 locations before deciding on one. Actually, there are 4 now in the city, including Brooklyn. But I didn't go to Wall Street because I've gone to Wall Street location before, and I just honestly, I just don't really like it. I don't really like going down there, and I know that I would have to go down there like frequently. It's not as easy as the flagship. Sorry, the light keeps moving. It's winter, so I hope you can see me. Yeah, so it was the day after Thanksgiving. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go. I saw this hat that I really liked on the website, and I really want to try it on and get it if possible, because I really like this style of hat. And I've been wanting this style of hat from Chanel for forever, and I never was able to find one in my size. So I went there that day, and I know I was ready. I was ready to just start the journey if I find somebody that I like. I was walking around the store from one floor to another. I tried to say hello to people, but nothing was really working out for me. So after a while, I finally just went upstairs to the 4th floor, and they have a concierge for the leather department. On the 4th floor, they have like 1 or 2 people with the iPad usually. So I asked them if anybody's available. They said, okay, just wait a little bit. And then somebody came, which is my current essay, and I get a really good vibe from this person. And I just started being honest with him that, you know, I do want a bag, And I do know that it is a wish list item. I know it's not something that I can just like ask. It's not something that I just can get right away. I am ready to work with an essay because I don't have an essay at the moment. So I was asking him if, you know, he wants to help me, and I told him about my wish list, the bags that I wanted. He gave me some of like his opinions. He was telling me at that time that 25 is just not going to be easy because everybody wants 25. I think at that time I mentioned my wish list, and then I said, oh, of course, if a mini Kelly comes along, I would never say no. You know, and I just laughed about it. But now that I think about it, I really don't want a mini Kelly. You know, I'm so happy that I got the 25 instead. And I mean, honestly, I would be happy with 28 too, but I'm really, really happy that I got the 25. So that was our first meeting. And then after we talked about the wish list, he put it in, you know, on the iPhone, on the phone that they have. He asked me, okay, so what are you looking for today? I asked him about the hat. I have pictures of the hat, and then we went downstairs and we tried on the hat. It was a really good interaction. I felt really good about our interaction. I got a hat and a cashmere scarf, and also a perfume for a gift. So I really, really loved my hat. I've worn that hat for so many times. So that was the beginning. I want to talk today about my experience, maybe a little tips and tricks for people who are starting, you know, their journeys or being frustrated, being in the middle of the journey. But this is my experience, and everyone's experience is not going to be the same. But it is really useful, I find, to hear about other people's experiences. That's why I want to share here. I made some notes on my phone, so I might be looking at my phone a little bit, right? Let's talk a little bit about finding an essay. Number one, find someone that you feel comfortable with. It might take some time. Like for me, I went to the store a few times and I didn't find anybody that I liked. And when it clicked, you know, like you just read a vibe of someone's energy. And when it happens, then it happens. So find somebody that you are comfortable with. You don't have to feel the need to shop with somebody if you're not comfortable with that person yet. Find somebody that gets you. Find somebody that is similar to your personality somewhat. If you're the serious type, you might want to get an essay that is a little bit more serious. If you're somebody who likes to make jokes and you like to have fun and you like to chit chat, find an essay that, you know, also likes those things, so that it just is not a personality clash. That's just my opinion, but you know, number one is to find somebody that you're comfortable with. And when you find somebody that you kind of like the energy, you could start small and buy something small. You don't have to go crazy on your first shopping trip. But again, it's all up to you. You read the vibe, because some people do spend a lot right away, and it does work. So again, it's not going to be the same. The way I did it and the way you do it and the way it happened to me and the way it will happen to you is not going to be the same. In general, it's always safe to start small, because then you'll see how you guys interact with each other. The number one thing that I learned from this whole Hermes journey is to be patient. It has taught me patient like no other. It took me 1 year to get a bag, and I went there pretty much every month, if not every 6 weeks. You know, I buy small here and there, buy things that I like, but be patient. It is a delayed gratification, because even though on the website you find so many things available, when you go to the store, you will find that a lot of things are sold out if you're not fast enough. It kind of reminds me like when Chanel released some things, in 1 second it's gone. So same thing with Hermes as well. When you're shopping, make sure that you're shopping ahead and you're shopping before the season if possible. Let's say you need sandals and you're looking for your Cypress sandal, which everybody wants. Maybe the middle of summer is not a good time to look for it, because then it will always be sold out because everybody wants it. But if you go there in January and February and looking for those sandals, you might find one. You might have things on your wish list, but it's not always going to be available, and it might take months, if not a year, for you to get something. Number 2 is know your budget and know what you're willing to spend every time you go there. You know, have a number in mind, because it is very easy to go over budget, because you know things are not cheap there. But if you have a budget in mind, it kind of like gives you sort of a guideline of what you can purchase that day. Always be ready. It leads me to my tip for number 3 is that always check the website. Always check the items that Hermes sells. The easiest way is to check the website. I would not suggest to go shopping blindly to the store without knowing anything. Because the spectrum in terms of price range is pretty wide. You can find shoes that can be $400, you know, those like jelly shoes, up to $3,000. So you want to know prices of things, because you might fall in love with something and then you might have a slight heart attack when you're paying. Anything with exotic would always bump up the price to insane amount. So know Hermes price range before you go. I wouldn't ever suggest shopping at Hermes blindly, especially, you know, they're ready to wear. Also, always know kind of like price range of pieces that they have, because they do have codes that are like $10,000. So be careful. If you're familiar with like designer items prices, you know, in terms of ready to wear, you wouldn't be too surprised, because it's pretty much very competitive with, you know, everything else out there. It's even with Prada or like with Bottega, and it's definitely less than Chanel. But it's always good to be prepared, and it's always good to check before you go. Next one is really important. Number 4, do not compare your journey to others ever, because somebody might get a bag in 2 weeks and somebody might get a bag in 4 months, and you've been waiting for 8 months and you still haven't gotten your bag. But there are also people who've been waiting for a year and a half and they haven't gotten your bag. Everything, it all depends on your relationship with your SA, the availability of, you know, the bag, your location. You know, if you are in a store that doesn't get a lot of bags and you are competing with a lot of people, it might take longer for you. The specification of a bag that you want, do you want like a size that everybody else wants? Do you want a rare color that, you know, doesn't really come to the store that you shop in? So it all varies. And also, priority wise, your SA has, I don't know, like 50 customers, so he has to provide like 50 bags to these people, and everyone takes turn. So it can be a slow process depending on availability, depending on the SA, depending maybe on his power in the back stock. You know, if he's more senior, if your SA is more senior, maybe he has more ability to get more bags. And if, you know, they have better relationship with the store manager, maybe it's easier for them to get a bag. So there are so many variables that could lead to you getting a bag. But it's always good to watch other people's videos and to learn about it and to read on Purse Forum or Reddit, but never compare your journey, because it just doesn't end. It doesn't end well. You get stressed that, you know, you haven't gotten your bag. Well, somebody that, you know, you see on social media just got bags left and right, but she might have spent like insane amount of money, or she has a long-term relationship with her SA. Maybe they've been working together for like years, so everything is different. She also might be in a store where, you know, it's raining bags. Some stores just get more shipments than others. There are so many variables. Do not compare your journey to others at all. It doesn't end well usually. Also important, number 5, it should be an enjoyable experience. You are shopping, right? It should be an enjoyable experience. It should not be stressful. Of course, there was up and down. In 1 year that I was shopping, in the beginning, I think I was really, really anxious, because, you know, when you started a journey, you didn't really know what's going on, you don't really know how to do it, and you get really anxious and you're hoping that, you know, they'll give you a bag within a month or two. In a lot of cases, it doesn't happen. I'm not as lucky as those people who just get their bags in a month. So it can be stressful sometimes. I was anxious in the beginning, but then after 6 months, I was a little chill, and you know what? It will come. A bag will come. I just need to enjoy this whole process and relax. So after like 8 months, I think that's when my essay started giving me hints that, I'm looking for your bag. You know I'm looking for your bag, right? It's coming. We just need to wait for one that matches the wish list. I happen to have an essay that really sticks to the wish list, because sometimes you have essay that you tell them your wish list, and then suddenly you want all neutral and all that, and then suddenly they offer you like a bamboo green bag. So I happen to have an essay that really sticks to my wish list. It can take more time because of that, but I do appreciate, because I end up getting a bag that I really, really want. The whole process should be enjoyable mostly, and it should not be stressful the whole time. Okay, it's always good to have that conversation, remind your essay after every few visits, but it's also good not to badger them about questions about bags all the time, because they know you want a bag. You make a wish list. You just need to remind them from time to time, but you can't keep talking just about bags, because Hermes really wants clients who love the brand for everything that they have, not just the bag. So have fun, like enjoy all the categories. The last tip that I will give you is that do not make them pressure you. If you don't like ready to wear at all, you don't have to buy ready to wear. They make so many things that it is kind of impossible for you not to find something. I think their ready to wear is a little bit mature. I tend to shop from the men's ready to wear sometimes, and I told my essay too, no coats. I don't want any coats, even though they always try to offer you a coat. But honestly, I have too many coats in my life. I don't need a coat anymore. So tell them honestly if you like something, if you don't like something, and find a category that you like. So they make literally everything you can think of. They make like notebooks, they make things for the baby, things for the house, they make ready to wear, they make shoes, belts, wallets, agendas, tableware, fine jewelry, fashion jewelry, scarves. They make so many things. I would say all of them, if not most of them, are really well made, and things that are from really beautiful material and good quality, and things that will last. I love their hats, I love their scarves, and I love their silver jewelry. Find things that you like. Don't let them pressure you to buy something that you don't like, and have fun. It's supposed to be fun. It is a shopping experience at the end of the day, and try not to be too stressed about it. Of course, we all want the bag. We are waiting for that moment when you get the call, but don't hold your breath until you get a bag, because it might take some time, but it will come. It will eventually come. I'm really happy about my Kelly. I'm so happy that I got it from the store. It's something that I really, really want to get from the store. Even though you can't always get it from a reseller in an instant and you can get your bag, and getting from the store took me 1 year, but it made me appreciate Hermes more. And I actually do love the brand, and there are so many things that I like from the brand. So it's kind of like nice to have that kind of experience, and to have your go-to essay that you can shop with, that you can pre-order from, and you can buy beautiful things from. Although yes, of course, it cuts a lot of the budget from shopping other brands while you are on an Hermes journey, but you just have to pick and choose, right? You can't have it all. That is all my tips for the Hermes journey that I experienced. I hope you find this helpful. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any question about it, and like this video if you like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!